What is this? Hasan memes. Did somebody say Hasan memes? Do y'all watch the main YouTube channel? Don't fuck with me right now. I need to know something. Do you guys like the YouTube channel? I've noticed that we're getting hammered on the algo for months now. It's always in the red in general. Do you prefer fast clips versus better editing? Yes, but the editing is good, no? You describe my channel. I wonder if there's a way to shorten it even more and serialize the news coverage so there's a beginning, middle, and end every time for the editors. Oh, this I need an algo demon for that, and my entire team is full of people who love politics. Oh no, is the algo suppressing him? My YouTube algo is so ass. This community post got 16 comments, Limeo. I have 1.4 million subs. Oh no, the Austin comments are living in his head rent-free. He's starting to notice his engagement isn't what he wants it to be. No, guys, the community posts get on your mobile timeline. Of course, no one checks it. It means the algo isn't showing it. Do you think I edit the videos? I hit his ass with a manual ban. Good luck trying to get back in, bozo. I'm seeking derangements today, by the way. Respect to JonTron for still being racist all this time. Like, I feel like most CCs who weren't making exclusive content basically gave up on being dumb racist publicly. If he's still doing that shit, I gotta give him props. Remember what I said, when you come up with a big movement, when the movement starts to recede, you also recede with it. And like the Zoomer socialism thing in terms of like the bread tube and dirtbag left stuff that Hasan came up with, as that's gone away, if you don't build a solid fan base, everything kind of like slides out from underneath you. What is this? Somebody said he called me a pedophile 3 times. Based?
There's a reason why you see the broadest scope of my haters run the gamut of the pipeline meme that you were showing. People who like will defend the arbitrary nature of age of consent laws and how they should be abolished or whatever, or how it's actually not pedophilia but ephebophilia, or, you know, Nazis.
How old was Paris Jackson when Hasan fucked her? What was that? Wasn't she like 19 or 18? Does that count as a bevophilia? Do you think how old were the girls in that brothel in Germany that he bragged about visiting or whatever? I don't know. I don't remember, but.
Of different varieties. That's it. A lot of content creators on YouTube just like to do the holy, then the other / faming. What does that even mean? What did you just write?
You'll never catch me because I always kill the people that I'm just kidding. In a video game, guys.
Guys, don't defend the orc thing. Come on. It's definitely not a race thing, though. It's a behavior thing about Russian soldiers. Then use any one of the billion terms that you can use to refer to people who do war crimes, rather than orc, a term which is, like, literally, you're a different race. I'm not defending it, but why would Vaush of all people be a...
Is there, like, an actual, is there, like, some racial background for orcs? Does it mean something different in Ukrainian, or... White people do be racially segregating each other in Europe. I'm not just saying even just white. I'm pretty sure there's like a lot of people that live in Eastern Ukraine that have like family that is Ukrainian and Russian. There's a lot of racial overlap there. They're not like, I don't know, I think 2 other ethnic groups that live near each other. I don't know. I could be wrong on that. That was my impression. I don't think I'm wrong on that.
I'm not defending it, but why would Vaush of all people be opposed to calling people orcs when he says it all the time? When do I call Russians orcs? Hogs? Sometimes I've called conservatives hogs. That's not literally like they're not people. It's a...
What, bro? Come on. Why, just because we call somebody like an animal or say something like, oh my God, this guy's such a dog. These guys are pigs. Wait, this is like dehumanizing language? Is like every insult not okay? Does it matter that much? Call somebody an orc? You're an ape, you dumb
a reuse or a recontextualization of centuries-old class dynamicism. When you call the bourgeoisie pigs, you're not literally like dehumanizing them. That's not how the rhetoric is employed. It's just like an animalization, or what is it? It's obviously not the same. I don't know about that one, Chief. I mean, I don't need to argue with you. I have the like incredible power of just banning people. If you really think that like Azov jerking off Twitter accounts calling every Russian an orc is the same as like saying cops are pigs or the bourgeoisie are pigs, you can just like leave the chat. I don't care. Guys, don't.
I feel like if like Ukrainians were like trying to run through like Russian cities, killing Russians, and they were calling them like, we need to get all these fucking orcs. And you're talking like killing Russian civilians. I feel like maybe, but I don't know. It feels really weird. I don't want to use the privilege meme, but it feels really weird in the West that when we are talking about other nations that are having like existential wars, and we're like, when you use this language against the country, the one that just glide bombed a giant fucking shopping mall and killed like 50 civilians, please make sure that you're not ableist, that you're not using dehumanizing language, and that you should never attack somebody and like things of nationality. Like it just feels like incredibly cringe. Like I think you could shove coal in my asshole and I can make diamonds out of it. listening to somebody like woke scold somebody on the insults that they use for the soldiers of a country that's trying to basically destroy their sovereign territory. But although I don't think, I mean, obviously engaging in like dehumanization of the enemy and everything is not good. We should probably cut that a bit, but it's so hard to find criticisms of Ukraine that aren't just like Russian marching orders, or it feels like there's so much overlap. I don't know if like the things come directly from the Kremlin, or if people like Greenwald get emails forwarded to them from, you know, Petrov or whoever their handler is in Moscow. But yeah, like all the talking points are always the same. Azov, Nazis, orcs, they're dehumanizing them. All these innocent Ukrainians are being forced to die for the West. It's like always like the exact same talking points over and over and over and over and over again. If you change on this, I feel like on this orc term specifically, it used to be kind of against people using the term to describe Russians. Well, because I thought at one point, I heard that last time I asked, I thought orc was supposed to be like a shorthand for like the F slur or something. I was like, oh, it's probably not a good thing. But I don't actually know. I'm not entirely sure. There are some weird champ Ukrainian talking points about how Russians have slave genes. Jesus. Is that true? That's kind of probably not based, but speaking of this stuff, do you consider Hamas calling your Israeli fans, or I'm sorry, Hasan, fuck me. Hasan calling your Israeli fans at the meetup Hitler Youth anti-Semitic? It really rubbed me the wrong way, but I may just be primed to hate him. It's so hard to pick out. The thing is that in practice, anti-Zionism and anti-Semitism basically look the exact same. I still don't think Hasan's insults are racially motivated, but if you're an Israeli, when it comes to like a lot of the far left people, anti-Zionism and anti-Semitism, it doesn't really matter if they're one or the other, because they're going to play out basically the exact same no matter what. Like they kind of implicitly support the complete and total elimination of your people, or at the very least of Israel and the state of Israel and the Jews inside of it. So I don't know. I mean, hey, Destiny, serious question. Do you think all the harsh criticisms of Biden from the likes of Vaush and Hasan sound like threats that if he doesn't do what they want, Trump will win? I don't know. I think it's just catering to the audience. But I don't think Vaush normally attacks Biden. I think Vaush is pretty big on like the vote for Biden thing. I don't think Vaush is in the same camp at all when it comes to attacking Biden. Hasan is way off on his own. He's an insane person there when it comes to that. What's going on here? Robot Biden?
Folks, it makes absolutely no sense, by the way, that we send home 40,000 engineers and scientists who earn a PhD in our university every year, and we send them back home. We should be stapling a green card to each and every one of those degrees as they walk across the stage.
But what I want to do and what I will do is you graduate from a college, I think you should get automatically as part of your diploma a green card to be able to stay in this country. And that includes junior colleges too. Anybody graduates from a college, you go in there for 2 years or 4 years. If you graduate or you get a doctorate degree from a college, you should be able to stay in this country.
Folks.
Holy fucking based? Yeah.